Oh, is he talking to me though? He might be talking to me.
No,
that is okay.
No, because last week he would be like, "Is this okay?" And it'd sound all crackly. You've been on the thing when he comes in and it sounds
100% him.
Yeah.
100% London.
He's got wires coming out or whatever. His nipples hanging out. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to? I can't fix every goddamn thing.
One clamp goes to his nipple. The other one goes to his battery to charge his computer while he does this.
And I'm fine. I'm into weird shit. That's okay. Nipple clamps, things in the butt, whatever. Maybe not the thing that London took in the butt. But all I'm saying is that the microphone on his side doesn't work.
I don't know if that thing had a lot of juice or what.
I think it was named
that
Ray
thing
J.
could probably have powered a small town.
Yeah, I think it was called Ray J. So we decided, let's make it a little interesting. We're going to have a running tally of weekly 1 o'clock games, and we'll have to pivot certainly down the road.
Did you go live through our Facebook page? Did you go live through our Facebook page or just your page?
It should be live tell. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So this is what we'll do. We're going to go down the list of 1 o'clock games. Apparently, there's 3,000 1 o'clock games this week.
There are nine 1 o'clock games this week,
including Thursday or not including Thursday.
Not including Thursday. So if you want to do tonight's game,
let's do it tonight.
I figured you'd want to because your girls are playing. So,
well, I'm actually going to pick the Rams today.
I took the Rams into points tonight.
Well, so are we going points or no points?
No, straight up.
Straight up.
Just like, yep. Win or lose.
I think the Rams are going to be a little sluggish coming out of the gate. Every Super Bowl team is. Rams don't necessarily have home field advantage because no one gives a fuck about the Rams, even though they won the Super Bowl. Like, literally, to use your words, every time that they play at home, it's 90% occupied by the other team, just like San Francisco.
Yeah.
They loosened COVID restrictions. It's a Thursday night game. There's probably going to be a lot of Buffalo fans there.
Yeah, there are. I don't think there's many West Coast teams that draw well for the home team. The other night, the Yankees were out on the West Coast playing the A's. Obviously, the A's have been averaging about 1,800 people a night. I was listening to it. I was watching some of it on the game or something, and there was the place was packed. And when the Yankees hit a home run, it was loud as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah.
So it's like, seems like any bigger team goes out on the West Coast, they draw. I mean, obviously, the fucking Bills Mafia, the worst mafia and the most annoying fan base on the earth behind anybody that roots for Ohio State.
I wouldn't go there.
Is gonna draw well. They just travel well.
Steelers fans are dickheads. Ravens fans, I got a hard time. Cleveland fans, bless their heart. I would say Cleveland is worse than Buffalo.
Yeah. Do they jump through tables that are on fire? Do they risk paralysis and trips to ER every week for just dumb shit?
No, and that's why.
Do they stand in front of a
fucking
shitty car from the early 70s and get sprayed with ketchup and mustard?
How dare you
make
fun
that?
of Pinto Ron right now?
That guy's a fucking cunt.
Super nice guy though. So yeah, you know what? Just to make it interesting, you're taking the Rams straight up. I'll take Bills.
I am.
Which every time that I've worn this hat and this shirt, the Bills have lost.
Did you know the Rams are 5-0 season openers under McVay?
I do. I think a lot of that's because they don't put high stakes and high draft picks. They actually just get players that are already ready to roll week one. McVay's a good coach, yada, yada, yada. New Orleans, Atlanta, I don't think it's not Jameis, I don't believe. And
I think he's hurt, right?
And who's playing for Atlanta?
Fuck, I know, dude.
And what's his face? Peyton
Mariota is QB1 for the Falcons.
I'll go Atlanta.
I'll actually take this. Where's this game at?
It's at Atlanta.
I'll take the Saints. I like the Saints in that one.
I think the Saints have a better team.
They got a veteran quarterback in there now.
Who is it?
So, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he can play. He's a manager for sure. Chicago, San Fran at Chicago. Now they're starting the kid. I'm going to go Chicago. Can you hear my shitty kids? God damn it!
Like, no, I can't.
Fucking God.
Microphone doesn't pick up as much far away.
Yeah, I'm taking Chicago. I think Justin Fields is better than the dude they got in San Francisco. I think the Jimmy G shit. No, Jimmy G isn't starting.
Lance? Mm-hmm. Trey Lance is, right?
Mm-hmm. At least more experience playing football. Throwing around the pigskin, as we say.
I'm actually going to take the 49ers, and here's why. Justin Fields went to fucking Ohio State, and the Bears have fucking Nate Peterman.
Well, so there's no going back. There's no going back. You got to go. Yeah. All right. So I'm taking Chicago. You are taking San Fran. We got Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
I'm taking the Bengals there.
Yeah, I take the Bengals all day.
I don't know. That might be a good game. I think Pittsburgh is kind of underrated this year.
They went hard in the paint. Cincinnati went hard in the paint on offensive line.
Yeah.
They went hard.
Which they had to. They got to protect Burrow after that disgrace last year.
New England at Miami.
Yeah, I think you know how I feel about this.
I'm taking Miami.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love the Mafia. Just completely shit on the Dolphins when was it Tyreek Hill went there?
Mm-hmm.
In the offseason? Like, he's got nobody to throw the ball to him. I didn't follow a whole lot of reports, but what I heard this year was this spring and everything, this summer, Tua looked really, really good.
Everyone says that.
And that's fine. I'm not saying he's going to be world beater. And I also say that the Dolphins aren't going to win the division by any means. I think the Dolphins are going to give people more problems than they're anticipating.
Yeah, their defense.
The Bills are already chalked up to 41-3 victories over them. That's what they got. I guarantee you those games are going to fucking pucker their sphincters. I really do.
I don't.
And you got $500 riding on it. You better hope they win them both.
I don't think that the Dolphins should have got rid of Brian Flores. I think they were going in a really good direction.
They started out 0-8
last year.
Yeah, and then they turned it around and won their last 8 games. And if they would have won a couple in the beginning, they would have had a shot to sneak in the playoffs.
Yeah. And then the year before that, they were rolling with Fitz. Yeah. And management said put Tua in. And Fitz was, I think, in the top 5 rated quarterbacks in the league at that point. And they got a good defense. They had a good defense at the time. Yeah. They got rid of Minka Fitzpatrick. He's up in Pittsburgh now.
He's in Pittsburgh, yeah.
So, I mean, being a fan of the Bills, you got to kind of be knowledgeable of the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are kind of sneaky, sexy, but
they could be number 2 in the division.
But it all goes down to can that kid play football and in an NFL speed. And Josh Allen, in my opinion, has the same fucking problems. If you look at all these highlights of Josh Allen, it's not him hitting his fucking drop and slinging a ball out. It's him and his drop, gets nervous even though he's got an okay pocket for a veteran quarterback, spins out, runs away, puts his nuts on somebody, and then fucking throws a bomb to fucking Gabe Davis. That's great, and it's amazing he has the ability, but he's not hitting his drops, hitting his reads, and firing the ball. That should scare every Bills fan because sooner or later, those plays run out. Sooner
or later, that play gets broke down and his leg gets broke. Something bad happens when that change. You can't think that that's going to work. I mean, I know they're not relying on that. Yes, Allen can step back and fucking throw piss missiles all day.
Sure.
He also can adjust, get out of the pocket, and make things happen with his legs. I mean, we all know he's got a fucking bomb for an arm.
Sure.
So
can.
That helps.
He's got probably one of the most talented arms ever. But his ability to process information, trust the line, which is tough, and not sneak out. And he always gets flushed fucking left and has to throw against his body. That scares the fuck out of me all the time too. Especially as you get older.
At that point, something gets taken off that ball. And we all know what happens when that ball's not coming at the normal 80 miles an hour. It's 65 now, and that DB's got that half step, and it's pick six or tipped or something bad happens.
The one thing I love about what the Bills have been doing, and again, being a Bills fan to me is like all of December, your dad is saying, we're not going to be Jewish anymore. We're going to believe in Santa Claus. And then Christmas comes and you got to suck your grandfather's balls for Hanukkah money. It's like that's being a Bills fan. It's just like it's the old rope-a-dope. This is the year. Lead the charge. This is the whatever. So my hopes, I don't like everyone's picking them for Super Bowl. I don't believe they're going to make the playoffs. Just that's my conditioning. Rightfully so.
It's not that they're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to the Super Bowl. And this city, everybody's like, we deserve it after 25 years. Nobody deserves anything. Go out and earn it. You don't just because your team sucked for two and a half decades doesn't mean you automatically get gifted a Super Bowl.
And
you don't. Nobody deserves it. The Bills fans don't deserve it. Would it be great for the city? Absolutely.
But you've seen
the Bills fans have to be happy that all these sports shows all day today on ESPN, all
sucking the Bills' dick, and that's just scare everybody.
It's not just sucking the Bills' dick; they're talking about the Bills.
Yeah.
Where before they gave them 2 seconds and moved on. Now they're at least talking. The Bills are in a conversation. The Bills' name is in almost everybody's mouth. They're talking about the team.
I was listening to the radio the other day, NFL Network. I go between that and Faction for all the talk shit, and the dude's like, a guy called from fucking Toledo, Ohio or some shit, wanted to talk about the Bills. And he's like, we already spent last 2 segments talking about the Bills, so we can't really like get into it. But yeah, I agree. Like the Cook kid is going to probably add a little boost to the running game, and also like sneak out in the flat type receptions type shit, because he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit faster than Singletary and Moss. Again, in order to do that, a quarterback has to progress through their reads, sorry. And he goes Stephon Diggs. He'd go Cole Beasley. He'd maybe take a peek. Yeah. Then maybe take a peek at fucking Gabe Davis or fucking Knox. I don't know if he's getting to the 5th read, but whatever. I hope it happens. Baltimore at Jets.
Ravens. Didn't Lamar give the team till 5:00 today to either to finish up the extension, or we're not talking about till after the year?
Yeah.
Not that, hey, fuck you, whatever. He goes, I don't want it to be a distraction. So it's either fucking done by today, or we're not talking about it until January.
He also, I think, is a guy that is his own agent.
Oh, I don't know.
Which is really. Now, do you need
some money? But
sure, you're saving 15%, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But how much are you leaving on the table through inefficiencies, bonuses, all this like player workouts, all the other shit that you can sneak in?
Yeah,
that scares me a little bit. Jets, much improved defense. Flacco is starting. They have an okay receiving core. If it was a points spread, I'd probably lean on the Jets. I'll take Baltimore. What say you?
I already said I was going to take Baltimore before
we
started jibber-jabbering there. Yeah, I want the Ravens.
My diatribe.
I was trying to Krista's in a survivor pool, and she was going through a couple of the games and teams that she wanted. So I'm like, I think we talked about taking the Ravens over the Jets, but we'll see. And I think, we talked about it, but.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to one that I'm really excited about. Not this one right now. Jacksonville at Washington. I've heard nothing about Jacksonville all preseason and pretty much all year. When last year, when fucking what's-his-face was there, Urban Meyer was there, they got the number 1 pick and everything. Some stuff you heard was great. Some stuff you heard like it looked like they were going to take over the fucking league. They didn't. He's like taking over fucking 22-year-old girls' butts in Ohio State bars. More power to him. I think I trust the coaching in Washington. Ron Rivera's a good coach. I think he's going to keep them even keel. You play Jacksonville, you just don't fuck up. You're going to win the game. I'll take Washington.
I'll take the Jags in that one.
All righty.
I like Trevor Lawrence more than what's his name there? Heineke? Mr. Heineke?
I don't even know if he's starting.
Who else? No, they have Wentz?
Yeah, they have Wentz, who is equally as shitty. That guy played good for 8 games. Let's call it 10 games. His rookie year. Gets hurt. They win a Super Bowl. He comes back, has an okay preseason. They sign him to like a 5-year, $120 million deal. Nothing crazy nowadays QB standards or whatever, because it was like 4 years ago or whatever. And that dude people have just been cash dumping his salary nonstop on other fucking teams.
You gone? Somebody else take this fucker.
The grudge match game. Cleveland at Carolina. It is totally Cleveland to go in there and lay a goddamn egg.
That would be the, to quote unquote use the term that's been thrown around here for many moons. That would be the Billsy thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns in this one.
Oh my gosh, that's sneaky. Oh, wait, so you took Jacksonville the last one, right?
Correct.
Sorry, god damn it, I'm dyslexic. And I took Washington. Got it. Okay. And then you took the Brownies. And I'm taking Carolina. Got it. Indianapolis at Houston.
Fuck. I would take an asteroid in this game.
Right. Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis. Best running back in the league, probably. Good defense. They got Stephon Gilmore. Who knows how much he's got left in the tank or whatever, but they got a good pass rush.
Oh, who's Houston got?
Houston is set up for probably the next 5 years if they keep the coach and keep the GM and work towards fitting a model. But that never happens in Houston. They should have never fired the guy that was the Belichick legacy guy, Bill O'Brien. Oh,
Bill O'Brien, yeah.
They were always winning their division or close. Sure, they got Deshaun Watson on a kind of fucking a deal, really. I mean, he was pick 32 or whatever.
Yeah, he was either late first or early second.
You sound like Jerry Lewis. He was like either lady. Yeah, Houston is set up. They have Davis Mills, who's kind of a sleeper for being the best QB in that draft. But when you're playing with, you're the fastest guy in a one-legged fucking race. You're a two-legged guy in a one-legged race.
He was ranked last of all the starting quarterbacks in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
When they ranked them, they went down the list. I don't know who ranked them or what I saw it on, but I was going through it. I'm like, okay. Oh boy, I don't like a lot of this is kind of fucked up in the top 10. And I looked at the end and I saw fucking Mills at 32. I'm like, whoa.
Let it roll.
I mean, at that point, what do? Do you just go and ball out and try to prove people wrong? And I don't know what he's got around him.
That was what I always thought that Fitzpatrick did. He would just he's like, listen, I know that I'm either a borderline second string or I'm out of the league. So when he got playing time, he just jacked that ball everywhere. And sometimes you're going to have magic and sometimes you're going to throw fucking 8 interceptions in 2 weeks. It's just what it is.
If they're like, we're going to run a running play here on 3rd too. Nah, we're throwing it.
Hot route. I'm going to go Indianapolis just because that's a safe pick.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts there too.
All right.
I mean, I know in an ideal world here where one person makes a pick, the other team, the other guy's like, I'm going to take that guy.
We have a good variance.
Yeah, we will. And down the road, I mean, we can, since this is kind of, I was going to say it, was done on the fly while I was at my daughter's volleyball game. No, I was going to say the LIT word. But maybe next week we can do this beforehand.
What's up?
What's up, yeah. We can do it during the week, and I'll have my picks already made and written down or whatever, and then you have yours, and when we talk about it, we can.
Well, I just came up with a great idea.
Okay.
By next week, we need to have a red flag, each of us. And so on any one of our picks, you can throw a challenge flag, and the other person has to take the other team.
Why the fuck would we do that? How many challenge flags do you get then?
One per week.
So okay. So all right.
Yeah. So if we both pick, let's say it's the fucking,
and they don't carry over, you use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Or you don't use it, you lose it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna find a way to shut this light off. I'm gonna have a red siren.
I think that Detroit. So last is Philadelphia at Detroit. I think the buzz with Detroit is massive. I think their coach is good. I don't believe in their quarterback at all. I believe in their defense. I think the dude from Michigan fell in their fucking laps. And
I'm so tempted. The guy I'm going to see tomorrow night to pick up all those jerseys, he's got a framed Hutchinson jersey, and he wants dirt cheap for it.
Get it.
I'm so fucking tempted to tell Crystal. Let's just
worst case is when I'm taking the kids to the Detroit Bills Thanksgiving game. Oh. Worst case is I'll sell them the goddamn parking lot.
Yeah.
we'll quadruple our money, dude. So I just look up tickets too. I was thinking I was going to have to spend just to get in the stadium for Bills Lions Thanksgiving Day, a fucking tradition. Lions Thanksgiving Day tradition. I was thinking just to be in the 300 levels, I'm going to have to pay $75-$80 a ticket. It's not that
$4.
bad.
No.
It's not that bad at all. What's up, Mara and Tamara? Oh, happy birthday and Tamara. We didn't send you a birthday present.
Yeah, happy birthday. I just got a Facebook
gainfully
channel.
Employed for far fucking too long. Shit work. But we love you. Happy birthday. I think you're putting money on Dawson Knox being the first TD scorer?
Hang on, I'm about to write something here.
That's very poetic. Brother, point to the sky, just got his contract.
You know, if the Bills are first and goal from inside the 10,
they're running that sleep,
that
fucking sleep.
Inside the 5, they're gonna throw it.
It's plus 1,300. I'll put 50 on that.
I'll put $1 on it.
I'll put
one of my one accounts fucking tapped.
Yeah, finally. Mine is tapped, and I keep putting more goddamn money in it because I'm a fucking idiot. I am not gonna. Everyone's high on fucking Philadelphia for some fucking reason.
What?
Everyone's high on Philadelphia. I'm not really that high on Philadelphia. I do love and appreciate 2 things in this world. Well, 3 things in this world. Number 1, a woman that likes butt stuff. Number 2,
that she's alive.
Okay, 4 things in this world. A living, breathing woman. 2, she likes butt stuff. 3, I forgot. Oh, left-handed quarterbacks. 4, left-handed shooters in basketball.
Pistol Pete?
Anytime I ever played anyone left-handed.
Yeah.
They just had a different spin on the ball, and it was a soft shot. Russ Smith, I believe, left-handed. I believe. But I'm not sleeping on Detroit. I'm going to go Detroit.
Yeah, me too. I think there's going to be a little bit of fuckery in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
I know everybody's talking about like the cream, the top 6 teams, 8 teams, whatever. I have a feeling there's going to be somebody that fucks up the whole party. I don't know who it's going to be. I really don't.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think that's the shit that I look at all the time. Like, you think someone's going to be like, what happens if, let's say tonight, Von Miller comes around the corner and gets Stafford? I don't know that the Rams have anyone in place to get that offense ticking the way it did when they finally had a quarterback like Stafford. Hi, Jay. By the way, it was his shit. It wasn't my shit. Fuck you. I'm getting beer. Carry the shit.
I don't even know why it was my shit. I don't know what happened. On the restream screen here, I got my mic and I got the video, and then a bunch of shit's X'd out, and then there's a settings wheel. All of a sudden, my mic thing just had a line through it, and we were just talking before we went on. Everything was fine. I moved my headphones. All of a sudden, everything went to bed. Shit. I couldn't unmute it. It said press M to unmute. I fucking hammered on the M. Capital M. Fucking lowercase m. Italics M. Nothing would work. So I went into settings, and somehow it wasn't reading my mic. So whatever. Fuck off. London, it was me. I know it's fun to blame Bomb because his shit's kind of bad too, but my shit's his shit. Except for my headphones. I broke my old headphones. These are new ones.
I wish I would have bought that microphone instead of this microphone, but whatever.
What microphone? This one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do like that one better. In other news, hot off the presses, the Queen of England dead.
Okay.
This is where. Hang on. Let me predict what you're going to say. She's a figurehead. She's an old piece of shit. She didn't do fucking anything. Yada, yada, yada. That kind of shit, right? Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I was actually going to ask about that. Last I knew, she was a figurehead, right? She has no fucking power. I wanted to go on Facebook and ask, why is everybody so upset about it that never give a fuck about?
Because there was a Netflix show about her.
All right, but that's great. But
yeah,
it's not like the president died. I mean, I guess it's royalty and shit. At what point does royalty just fucking? When does everybody get sick of it and just stop?
Who would be surprised if the other thing that you said happened? Who would be sad? Now, I know we can't say it because we'll never be on any social media accounts ever. But who would be really sad if what you said as an example actually happened?
Nobody.
No, I don't think anyone. I think we'd all just soldier on, whatever. The thing.
She only has swag, not power. Sway?
Sway? She owns a black guy from MTV?
What's up, Sway? Sway in the morning? No, I was going to actually go on there. We were sitting at Vinny's when this broke, and we were going through our phone trying to figure out who's going to be the queen. Well, that's not how that works. They'll go back and forth through kings and queens. I'm like, oh, okay. You can only have one in power at a time now, I guess. I don't understand this. But
there can only be one. It's called Highlander, Daryl.
We talked about this shit too once, and I don't get it. It's 2022. At some point, these British fucks, when are they going to be done with these fucking high tea parties? When are these kids going to say, I don't want to do this anymore? Here's at some point, does the ascension to the throne just stop? Does the seventh guy say, fuck this, I don't want to do this. I want to go and be a computer programmer. I want to play professional soccer. And then the kid underneath him says, I want to do what probably his brother, cousin, sister, uncle does. And then it just stops. Same thing here with the fucking politics. This two-party system, at what point does this just fucking die?
Never.
It's got to.
Too much money funnels into both categories.
These fucking kids aren't interested in politics. Money, yes, but they can get that money other ways.
Here's what I don't get.
This is just a question. Now, that was what I was going to propose. When does it end? Because it's gonna. I know it's gonna.
A fucking meteorite comes.
Nobody fucking cares about it. Who's the king or queen of England?
It lands, and then fucking dinosaurs come, and then we all fuck.
They drive around in nice cars. They have fucking people with fucking bayonets on the back of their muskets with fucking Three Musketeer hats following around, doing all sorts of shit. They don't do anything. They have fucking tea parties.
But here's the thing, though. Meghan Markle can fucking get it, and so can fucking the other chick, the girl that's going to be queen.
Kate Middleton.
Yeah,
she's not even in the list. Google the list. It's Charles. It's some other old fuck, his kid, and then after that, 3, 4, and 5 are it's 9.
Really so you pivot over the general bloodline because of other type of shit. Here's the thing, too: the queen or the what would you call that? The royalty, right?
Yeah.
Royalty, right? In
the
general,
royals.
Right? The royals, yeah. We're given that power back in the day by God, right?
There is God. Why are we dealing with
and in shit? England as a country doesn't believe in God as much as probably any other country out there. They don't give a fuck about. Thank you, Mara. Good job.
Fucking goddamn.
It only took you 19 fucking years to give me a goddamn thing, Mara, you piece of shit. Yeah. So England doesn't give a fuck about. Which is mean for no reason. England doesn't give a flying fuck about God, but this lady was touched by God, and that's why her family gets to drive around and do this all the time while everyone else gets taxed. At a certain point, I don't know. There's a book called "All You Needed Was Love," written by Mal Evans. He was the Beatles roadie, or Derek Taylor, I believe. One of the two. They were in a 96% tax bracket. 96% of the money that they made, because they were making so much money as the Beatles, went in, it was taxed. So she can do this because of God. Hello. And no one believes in God over there. At least go, all right, we just like fucking someone to tell us what the thing, and we like the fucking dresses, we like the pageantry, and that's cool. I can get behind it. Pageantry's fine. I love burlesque shows.
I see where Adam's coming from. At first, it didn't quite click. So They're having their Congress or their fucking legislative. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Legislative branches are fucking in a battle about this law we're going to enact.
Sure.
They're kind of on the fence. The Queen can just say, hoity-toity, I think you should go with these guys over there. And
I had no idea the Queen was Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't either.
Hello.
Here's the deal that we're.
That's where Robert Williams went. He didn't bleed to death in his fucking house. He's been the Queen.
He's the Queen of England, motherfuckers.
Where's Anthony Bourdain then? Get him back.
There's the problem. She was 96 years old. She should not be making any fucking decisions at all. Same thing right now. We should not be having 80-year-old fucking presidents.
Well, here's the deal. Let me ask you a question real quick. If you had
the
fate of the world, okay, comes down to one of two people as of yesterday to make the decision.
I know where this is going.
Any other informants? You have Queen Elizabeth, that's her name, right? And you have Joe Biden. Now
I fucking knew it too. I'm like,
remember the show Get Smart, where you had to get in the pool with a fucking thing? Like, it was on Nick at Night, and they go down and they're in a bubble and they're just by themselves. The fate of the fucking world. Door number one, door number two. They have informed reasonings why. Biden says one. Dead lady, old as fuck, mothballs, pussy, says two. Who are you believing? Who are you going with?
Door two.
Two all day. All fucking day. Age is just a number, Daryl.
It is until you. I'm done. Fucking now I'm just fucking.
Because sooner or later, and it's sooner, we can't act the way we do. So we have to really get behind the age as a number thing, or else we're gonna get put out to fucking pasture.
I cannot wait until it's like 13 months from last weekend. We're in fucking Vegas, and we are fucking blasting off $300 bottles of champagne and drinking $800 bottles of liquor.
Sure.
And we're almost, well, some of us will be 50.
Yes. Yeah.
And we can't be acting like that, but I can. I'm good.
And I might try to organize some really cool people to come on down and hang out. It'd be fun. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things too where from when we were kids, even when you were a kid, the Queen of England was old as fuck. She's always been an old lady.
Yeah.
But what's weird is, like, I think the marker of what is an old person or a young person has really shifted over the years. Maybe it's science. Maybe it's fucking, I don't know. Maybe the fact that we don't have to dress like old men going to work. Like, bye, honey, at fucking 23 years old and get in our fucking car with our fucking hat with a fedora shit feather in it. But like, that shit's changed too. But, you know, like looking at pictures of men that are like 50 in 1950, they looked 85 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Because we're all pussies. We don't go to war anymore, you know?
We're not hardened like they were.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Once you see some
I
shit,
you work smarter, not harder.
You see some shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's weird, you know, but whatever. Who gives a shit, you know? Everyone's like, I had no idea. They said it yet like 2 days ago. They were like, she can't do anything today. She's old as fuck. She needs to take a break. And in my head, I was like, that's weird for them to comment on the news. I think she was dead 2 days ago. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw a lot of memes on that, Mara. Good job. Sorry, I'll bring it up. Where people are like, this is Princess Diana showing up to welcome the Queen. It's like a girl slapping another girl.
She would have been queen.
Yeah.
Right? If she was still alive.
Because Charles abdicated his throne, but she was still married to Charles. So she, I believe, would have been in line or something, or her kids would have been direct descendants.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
but it was funny. Like I said, we were looking at the list today, and it's whoever, Charles, and then some other, I think his kid, I don't know I can't remember what his kid's fucking name was. They all got simpleton fucking names. And then the next one, the kid was born in 2013. So he's 9. Then the other kid was born in like 2015 or 16. Then the last kid, number 5, the girl, she was Charlotte, I think her name was She was born in 2018. She's 4. She's 5th in line to the throne at age.
That's what we need. That's the kind of shit we need.
She wasn't in line with half girls. Oh yeah, well,
okay. This is what Kyle said. This is me and you right now.
Yeah, good Bears.
The Bears, the Bills, the Pack. Yeah, it's strange. Whatever, I don't know.
Yeah,
everyone's like all surprised that a fucking 96-year-old lady died. Whoops.
Yes, it's the Queen of England. Everybody knows who she is. We all did, but everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so sad." I'm like, "When the fuck did you care? When did you care?"
I think
go back and I'm going to search your fucking Facebook profile for Queen Elizabeth or Queen of England. I'm going to find exactly this fucking.
Well, you don't see a lot because you keep getting kicked off of Facebook.
I can see everything.
Hey, welcome back.
I'm a watcher. Yeah.
Welcome back.
My daughter was like, I was counting down the hours yesterday.
Be the easy way
and
out.
She's like, so how many days till you get booted again? I'm like, I made it like 8 days last time.
You'll be like tomorrow. You'll be like, this fucking weather. Booted. You can't be like racist against it. So there's a guy.
I already was teeing off my cousin and shit like that today, and they're like, "You're going right back in." I'm like, "I can call you guys fuckers. I just cannot use the words threaten me." So back to the Bills punter. Mm-hmm. People were making comments on like the news threads, and it would be like, "This comment's hidden because it's offensive." I'm like, "Unhide," because I obviously want to read them.
Sure.
And all they
it's
said
less than things that you said.
They just said, "Cut him."
Yeah.
That goes to show you right there. Facebook fucking moderators, whoever's there, have zero context at all. They don't know anything about context.
Here's what should scare you about that. Okay, so let's take that tiny little segment.
Dude.
Right?
Hang on. I was just watching the feed on my phone, and it just went away.
Oh no. Did we get kicked off?
Come on. Are they really watching me that fucking bad?
There he is. All right. So if you take that. Oh, yeah.
Show up? I'm in? All right.
Yeah. I see you.
Maybe it was just timed out or something.
Hi. So if you take that little thing, right? They say cut him, and that's offensive. That's a computer reading the word or phrase, cut him, and determining that that's offensive should be hidden, right?
Yep.
So a long time ago, somebody said, the reason that AI scares me is that if you were to tell a computer that had access to, I don't know, robots that had guns or whatever, missions or whatever, and you said, hey, how do we get rid of all these spam emails? The robot isn't going to go, well, the first thing we should do is find the IP address of the spammers. The robot's going to go and do that math really quick and say, well, that's hard work. And then it's going to move back and say, well, who starts the spamming companies? Well, people do. So just get rid of people. Like that to me is how AI works. Everyone thinks AI works in like this like linear pattern where it's like you have all these data points and all these variables. But what happens if they just get like, they're so efficient that they get lazy and they go spam emails, people make spam, kill all the people. It could happen because they can't read nuance. They can't read the fact that like, I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Ex Machina? Dude, you need to watch that shit. That movie.
I got time to watch a lot of movies lately.
I don't tell you what to do, but Ex Machina is exactly what people should be afraid of AI about or for. I don't know the verbiage for that. Maybe a goddamn computer can help me figure it out.
MACHINA.
Yeah, it's like Ex Machina. Like it looks like Machina. It's fucking great, dude. What's it called? Like fucking, who Turing was?
Science fiction. 4 significant characters.
Okay, so have you ever seen
I haven't seen literally most fucking movies you've watched.
Okay, so you know who Alan Turing was, right?
Nope.
Okay, so in the throes of World War II, the code breakers couldn't figure out the code
I'm not reading all that right.
The Germans were using to communicate their missions, because it wasn't hard to tap their lines or tap their frequencies.
Tap that ass.
But to code break what they were saying within the message was almost impossible. There was no systematic way of breaking it down. Even the best code breakers in the fucking world couldn't bring it down. So they get this dude, Alan Turing, gay guy, and they find this machine called the Enigma that the Germans had. It was basically the first computer, and you could punch in a bunch of Mars. Shut the fuck up. Short Circuit was not better than fucking that fucking movie with Alan Turing. God damn it! If we didn't pay you, you'd be so fucking fired.
We don't pay that dumb fucker.
Johnny
anyhow.
5 shows up and he saves World War II. It's Johnny. Anyway,
he probably thinks fucking Wall-E is better.
So, yeah, it's a great movie. My father-in-law loves that movie.
Well, he's on the spectrum.
Easy. So
it was a terrible fucking swing. If that was supposed to be a
no, you go high elbow, high low, and then you crank it through.
Yeah, that's not what you did though at all.
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay.
So Alan Turing goes, we can't break the code. It's going to be impossible to break the code with our brains. But what if we built a computer to figure out the logic of any correlations within the messages? So basically, World War II was won on the phrase Heil Hitler, because the only identifiable correspondence in any of the Germans' things was that Hitler wanted you to end every message in Heil Hitler. Mm-hmm. So the last, whatever that is, 9 things was actually the key to the code to code the machine that he had named Christopher, no relation, and actually figure out what the messages meant. So it was the first computer. So there's this thing called the Turing test, to go back to Ex Machina, where if you are talking to a computer and using questions, how can you deduce that you're talking to a computer versus a human? And that's called the Turing test. I had to give you the brief history lesson. But 2 movies you should see. Sorry, didn't mean to put you to sleep. I think it's called, what the fuck is that movie called?
It's goddamn, is it a fucking triangle?
Alan Turing movie.
God. Mara's all over the fucking board today.
The Imitation Game. Great movie. Need to watch it. It's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it. So good. And it's got my girl. Who's the girl from Bend It with Beckham? Who's with the snaggletooth? Favorite. Looks like Audrey Hepburn, kind of like Natalie Portman, fucked together, made a baby. Whatever.
No idea.
Yeah, but that movie's great. And Ex Machina is basically starts out with that same philosophy. How do you know you're talking to a computer, even if the brain of the computer is exposed, but the computer shows the feelings and emotes responses? Oh God, here we go. When you swing a baseball bat,
he's a fucking mathlete.
Like this last part was hard. Swing A to C, not A, B to C. But when you got triceps like D's, who gives a fuck? Whatever. And that's the end of our show. All right, so tonight.
I got to tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I actually have a question to ask you.
Yes, you look fat in that sweater. Sure.
It's a t-shirt. Dude, I hate the way this fucking thing fits me. Everything's changing. So,
everything's changing. Queen Elizabeth is dead. It's a song Daryl wrote.
What was I going to say? Oh, we went camping 2 weeks ago. We didn't get to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the recap.
But that's fine. But that's fine. We have koozies.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Koozies.
Yeah. I like a koozie where you can see how fat my fucking forehead is.
Cool. Well, you created the header for our Facebook page. Anyhow, you also brought a cooler.
Yes.
You raved about this cooler.
Mm-hmm.
It'll hold.
I didn't rave about it. I said it says it will do this.
But you said that 84,000 times.
Sure.
Which means that you're kind of raving about it. It'll hold ice for 4 days. It's 60 quarts. It'll hold all this shit because he read the fucking label on the front.
96 beers, whatever. That's what
it holds ice. I've been using it since we came home because I don't have enough room for all the beer that we bought for camping last weekend when we didn't go camping. Okay. It holds ice for about a day and a half. In a cold, dark room.
Yeah.
The handle is weak as fuck if you have it full of beer and ice.
Okay.
And the wheels suck. And the plug to drain the water is too high up.
Oh, nice.
So you have to lean it back so more water can drain
out. Weak handle. It's serviceable. What kind of cooler was it called? What's the brand name?
I don't know.
I didn't like. It was like 160 at one store. It was like 42 at the other store.
That should have told you everything you needed to know. I would have paid $30 for it and been happy.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't take it is because I thought there was still beer in it for you.
There was. Yeah. There was beer in it from Sunday night when we went and bought that 18-pack of beer. And you bought all the food at the Crosby's and the Wheel of Death. We got back to the campsite, and while I started to fire and had beer, you went sleepy time.
Yeah.
And you didn't wake up for 3 hours. When you woke up and sat there, rubbed your head and said, I got to poop. And then you drove over to the shitter, pooped, came back, looked at me like, I'm like, I'm having a cigar, got music going, I'm drinking beers. What's up, dude? I already had fucking pizza.
I'm out.
I put pizza in the microwave. I'm like, this is good shit.
I'm like, well, see you later.
So I'm like,
see you in
I got all the beer.
Whatever.
So I'm like, I brought your cooler home.
Worked
and
out.
Your thermos, and I washed your thermos out. I don't know what was in that fucking thing, but Jesus Christ, did it stink.
I had, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. So the hotel I stayed at on Friday when Hurt and I went out, they had this like orange and cucumber water in the thing. So I'm like, well, that's going to come in handy when I come home drunk tonight. I'll just drink orange and cucumber infused fucking water. Maybe it's going to give me some nutrients, whatever. I didn't drink it. And it smells like the inside of a stripper's asshole. Like
there
within
was
8 hours.
Zero glitter in it though, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but they don't glitter their buttholes. They're professionals, Daryl. Come on. Don't speak.
You don't think that glitter sticks to that pole and then they rub their asshole down that pole?
Did you know that a stripper's pole moves?
What do you mean?
So you know when they spin around?
The pole isn't like screwed down. The pole moves inside the two.
Yeah.
What do you call the fucking?
I would say maybe a bearing or bearings.
It's not a. I don't even think there's. I think it just rotates in there. I think the pole is just smaller than the supports.
Yeah, amazing. I didn't know that.
So that's when they can jump up and grab onto it, and when they spin around, they're holding the pole.
It doesn't sound like when you slide in the second indoors.
That's where all the first couple girls of the day it screeches until all that pussy and asshole juice
or be there really late. Pole.
That's when it lubricates. That's the lubrication on the pole.
You got to get that 10 o'clock crowd. Now,
or you just turn the music up so you don't hear the squeaks.
I've been to strip clubs so long that I got breakfast. I have been there. And let me tell you, your stomach can't even process the eggs and the sausage and the bacon that you're having. It's just, your stomach's just like, I think we're just going to bypass all this, not digest it at all.
Have you eaten at a strip club?
Yeah. I had a breakfast buffet at a strip club before.
We were up to one Maxine's, I think.
I've been there. That was the first strip club I ever went to. Yeah.
And
I got kneed in the face by a Russian stripper, and she called me the F word.
Yeah,
because she kept like smacking me in the face and smacking my crotch, and she's like, "Why aren't you getting hard?" I'm like, "This does not make me hard.
This does the exact opposite."
Yeah.
Of Viagra.
What are you, some sort of? I'm like, I guess I am. Matlock, not hot. Tom Selleck, hot.
I'm home alone now with my son. Krista went to get Aubrey. Hang on. Carry on for a few minutes about strippers. I hear him, but I don't know what he wants.
I just opened a beer called Zombie Killer. That thing I bought on clearance about 2 years ago, and it tastes like old vinegar right now. So if the zombies do attack, just bite it. It's not worth it. Yeah, we're going to get out here in a minute. Anyways, who gives a shit? It's time for the Bills game. I did pick the Bills today. I think I picked the Bills. I picked the Bills points. It doesn't scare me. If someone's going to win, they're going to win by 2.5. But I'm telling you, like, if you're a Bills fan and they have any hype whatsoever, it should give you pause. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if that's the right way to take it. It's just the way that we're built. We're built to go, not that we're going to hoist the trophy, but that, you know what, we're going to soldier on. That's just the way it fucking is. You have a bad day, you fucking get up tomorrow and you roll into it. What happened?
Apparently, Crystal locked the door down here, so I couldn't get back up. And I heard Brady yelling. Nice. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's in the bathroom right here behind me. I'm like, that's why I sounded so close. I'm like, he comes washing his hands. I'm like, hey, bud, can you open the door? Yeah, hang on. I hear him walk over. I hear the fucking latch come up, and he's standing there with his shirt up to his nipples, and he's butt ass naked. I'm like, what's up, man? And he goes, dude, I made a poop. It's a big one. And he goes, I just need help wiping my butt. I'm like, all right, buddy. And wipe his butt. And he's like, and it stinks. It's the size of a fucking beer can. Dude, I cannot believe this turd just came out of him.
Attaboy. Just like his daddy, except his dad. His dad's is only like water or like old, like 40-year-old stew.
This week,
and our stew is a white, and our stew is a black.
Our dog's a black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about.
No, so I was just kind of like finishing up for the NFL week because it's going to be pregame. I got some wings cooking right now. Anytime that there's hype, I try not to invest in the hype. Yeah, I can't because it's
bad this year. This is the worst I've seen it, and I think it's Super Bowl or bust.
And it's probably rightfully so. What's up, dude?
Hi.
Okay.
How many touchdowns do you have last week?
One.
Okay.
Yeah. One. How many flags did you get last week? 2? You scored 1 touchdown, 2 tackles. Yeah. 2 catches.
That's good.
2 tackles and a touchdown.
Nice.
Not bad. Not a bad line.
Take it. Yeah, the hype train is big, and you know, I kind of actually hope they lose week 1.
Well, they're gonna.
I don't know if they are. I don't think so, but just so they can soldier on and regroup, and like sometimes you need your fucking legs kicked out from underneath you. You know, sometimes somebody needs to sweep the leg, Johnny.
I gotta tell you this though. With as rabid as this fan base is right now, and it's Super Bowl or bust, legit. They already have the parade plan. They already have the ceremony for Josh Allen being MVP. Not going to win it. All that shit, it's written in stone right now in Buffalo. I
mean, if the Bills didn't have Josh Allen, they wouldn't have won any games last year, probably.
If they don't, 1, get to the Super Bowl, or 2, win it, the city is going to turn on itself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're going to look for Brady. No, not down here, bud. They're going to sit there and look for any little chink in the armor.
Hey,
and just explore it.
See,
and that's what they're going to blow up.
This is why you get booted from Facebook. You say those offensive things.
Shut up, cunt.
All right. We'll get out of here. There's no show tomorrow. This is our show for the week.
Yep.
And we'll be back Friday with a vengeance. Next Friday.
Yeah, we got something. Are we going to go with the BM discussion next week?
Yes.
Do some more research on that. I've been diving deep. I think I got my wife either okay with letting me go or coming along.
There is no possible way that I see it happening without her, which is fine.
Which is 100% fine. I really don't give a fuck either way.
It's probably preferred.
Yeah. And it won't be next year. Probably won't be the year after, which is 24. Let's shoot for 25. that'll give us time to get that fucking bus done and bought and stored somewhere. Hopefully, I have a house with lots of land.
Running on fucking Willie Nelson fucking fried grease and shit.
We'll definitely do our research and shit and make that happen because I'm excited.
All right, next week we go hard in the paint.
And if you don't like EDM music and you don't like art and you don't like 100 some degree temperatures and you don't like things that you're uncomfortable with, don't tune in. It's what it's going to be about for the first hour and a half.
I don't know. I can't even tell you if I like or don't like EDM music, but whatever.
I didn't think my wife did until she heard a bunch of it, and then she's like, I'll go to one of these.
It all kind of seems to, and I don't want to sound ignorant to it, so this is what we'll plan for next week. It all kind of sounds the same to me. It just all.
But the cool thing is, though, where we're going in 2 years, I think, 2 years, whatever it is from now.
Soon,
almost
whatever.
2 years, whatever. There's everything there.
Yeah.
There's heavy metal areas. There's rock areas. There's guys that have a band from the hills in West Virginia.
I do appreciate people walking around in fucking fur coats with no shirts and, you know, dude. I dig that. It kind of feels like Mad Max, but
that's kind of theme-ish. And I don't know if you watched any of the 84 links I sent you last night. The first
I turned my phone off
3 minutes long.
I was getting ready. I was reading a book, going to sleep, and my phone's like this. And I look, it's all YouTube links. I'm like, I'm going to go put that on fucking airplane mode for just a little bit.
The first ones they're only like 3 minutes long.
Okay. Yeah. I'll queue them up for next week.
There's a couple I think the longest one's like 30 minutes long.
Nice. Okay. I'll queue them up for next week. So,
All right.
Time for the Bills game. Time for wings.
So.
Hey, go Bills.
Go Rams.
Good luck for Packers and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
All right. Keep fucking that chicken, everybody.